Hi, everybody. We're back. It's Lisa.
And Danielle.
And here we are, almost Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving week. And, it's just another week, really. It's not much different.
It's always crazy.
It's just a little bit more chaotic.
Actually.
Am I right?
I can't even believe how the holiday season turns into this crazy time of year, I think, for all of us.
I know. And I don't know why. It doesn't need to be so stressful, but it always lands that way anyway, because you feel rushed to do whatever, or last minute plans come into play, or I don't know. I like the holidays, but I don't like what it turns into,
What do you mean?
Like this stressful, have to do this, have to do that, that kind of thing. I mean, I spending time with family is obviously amazing. And I wish mine was out here so I could see them, but it's having to get all the stuff and get the food. Like we just went to the grocery store just to do our regular shopping. It was just chaos. I mean, the place was a nightmare.
Yeah, I had to stop at a few different stores today, and in the mix of all the soccer stuff. And it's the same. I told Jared, I said, this is nuts. And it's I get it's mid-November. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think we're different. With the kids, we don't do this full out, 500 presents under the tree kind of thing for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think for us, it's what in the world are these people doing that, maybe it's family gifts, maybe they're starting early for those things, but I don't know. It's so crazy to me, and the amount of people, and I've talked on here a lot about that kind of thing is not my scene. I don't do the mass amounts of people and the shopping all that easily with these big crowds of people. One of the Target was fine today when I went there, but
yeah.
The grocery store I don't typically go to a lot anymore. I online shop for that, which is wonderful.
Yeah, that is great.
Yeah. But Thanksgiving time at the grocery store seems to be what's the Christmas with the Cranks, that movie?
Yes. Yeah.
That's all I picture when I picture grocery store holidays, fighting over hams and
right.
Mass amounts of people in the grocery store trying to get all of these holiday items. And yeah, it's it's just craziness. It's crazy for me, and I don't want to take any part of it.
No, I remember one time you, me, and somebody else, I can't remember, we went Black Friday shopping. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
At Chandler Mall, I think it was.
Yes.
That was the last time I did that. I think it's the last time I've done Black Friday shopping. Now, online shopping, I'll do a lot of that, but that's already started.
Well, I've seen Black Friday ads since the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
And deals even.
Yep. All my emails, all the ads for whatever stores I subscribe to, they're all having these sales. So
I'll take it.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. But does that just mean it's going to go all month long? It must.
Quite honestly, if people were smart, they would recognize that these deals happen all the time. Mm-hmm. I know for me anyway, the places I shop from online, it's hey, you should order from here because it's, going to be cheaper, or here's the deal. And I'm like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is the same deal that I got last month when I had to order this, or, whatever it is. So I don't necessarily think that this Black Friday stuff is, mm-hmm. I think it's kind of a sham. I don't think it's all the time real that you're getting this killer deal.
Yeah.
But people buy it.
Yeah, it's just they just call it something different. It's just called Black Friday. And a couple months ago, it was called 4th of July or Memorial Day, or, they just changed the name on it. That's probably all
we're just stupid people.
Huh?
We're just stupid people.
Yeah, basically. I mean, you can't blame them. You can't blame them because it's working. The only thing I'm actually, I think I'm going to finally get a Peloton.
Oh my gosh, do it.
I know.
I love mine.
Yeah, the only time of the year that they do a big sale is now. for Black Friday, and they only have it until the 28th. And my sister was like, listen, get the full package like I have. And she goes, the Black Friday price is way cheaper than what I paid for. She goes, and I didn't even get all the accessories that you're getting. She's like, do it now. She's like, because they won't do that again until next year. So I think I
Yeah.
will. I'm going to call them tomorrow and order it.
Yeah, so it's such a fun thing anyways, like,
Mhm.
I'm certainly not gonna go outside and, like, run miles because 'cause I'm just not gonna do that. I don't have time to always get to a gym, I'm not gonna do that, but I do love the bike. I get on the bike often, and I leave my shoes under the bike. I get up in the morning, I'll slip them on, and I'll ride for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And you don't even like, quite honestly, I didn't get the bike that had all the accessories, but I did get, um, one of the newer bikes. So I
Yeah.
have, like, the shoes and the bike, so you can always buy the accessories that go with it. But just having the bike alone is fun, and,
Yeah.
yeah, so do it. You're gonna have a lot of fun on it.
Yeah, I think so. When I was back in DC visiting with my sister, with my family, and I was staying at my sister's house one night, and she's got one too. And she's got the one that, do you have the one too where the screen turns and you do the floor exercises also?
I do believe that my screen would turn, but I haven't done it. Like, I don't do any of the workouts that are, like, on
Not
I
like
just am in a space where I couldn't do it. The
Yeah.
screen flips, like, it, like, flips
Yes.
backwards. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I definitely want to do that because I don't see me enjoying being on the bike every day, but all those exercises like she was showing me, those classes, pretty
Your
cool.
your butt definitely has to get used to it.
I know, I know. I
Yeah.
used to take spinning and I liked it, but just once in a while. But I don't know that I could do that every day unless you like build up. Do you like build up like a callus on your butt? On your
I don't
butt?
know that it's like
How
a
do you?
callus, but there's, like, definitely this, like, you have to get used to being on the bike. Like, your butt has to get used to being on the bike
Hmm.
versus, like, and it's like an up and down, like, workout. So you're like standing up and then you're sitting down and then you're standing up and then you're sitting down. And then, um, I mean, honestly, like, there are some days where when I'm on it, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is wonderful scenery. Like, this is great." And I'm not paying any attention to what the workout is. Like, I am simply just looking at, like, what's going on in the
Screen.
screen, and it just kinda takes your mind off things. And yeah, so I totally love the bike, for sure.
She said there's a way that like her and I, or you and I, or the three of us even could take classes together.
I have not done that yet. I wouldn't even know how to do that, actually.
Yeah. I'll ask them tomorrow when I get on, when I order it on, because she told me to call by phone. She wants me to get her like some $100 like credit. If I call and I use her name, she'll get like a credit for the monthly thing.
Oh.
But she said, call them. And she goes, but ask them. She's like, they told me, she's like, and now I can't remember, but I know there's a way and we could probably figure it out. She goes, but while you have them on the phone, just ask them what it is that you have to do or where you go to connect with other people on there. So I could
Oh,
be
to,
like,
like,
hey,
set up a group.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah,
That
I
could
didn't
be
even
fun.
know that you could do that.
Yeah. Okay. You want to get on the bike? It's 5:30 in the morning.
It's earlier than that here.
Let's go ride in the Alps. Yeah. I'm excited. I don't know yet where I'm going to put it. I think it's going to have to be in here in the office. I think that's the only area that's got space enough that if I wanted to do the floor stuff that I would have room. It kind of sucks though, because we were going to turn this office into it's a casita. We were going to actually turn it into a guest casita because it's got its own AC unit and we really don't want to run it if we don't have to. So we were going to move us into the house between the two rooms, extra rooms, and then just make this a guest room, which I guess we could still do. And I could still fit the bike in here, but then that would defeat the purpose of not using the air.
During the summer, you're gonna want, like, or you can just get the little fan that, like, attaches to, like, the bike that, like
Right.
just a little fan that attaches to the bike.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'd be
I
worth
mean,
it.
I would guess you still want AC, but you can probably get a fan that attaches to the bike too.
Yeah, I mean, in the winter and fall, it won't be bad. In the summer is the only time. So, oh well.
Fun. It's like Merry Christmas early for you
Yeah,
getting a bike.
I've been thinking about it for a while, but just had other stuff, wasn't very important. But now then I saw the deal. I'm like, that's actually really good. It's actually a really good price. And then obviously there's that monthly thing, but that's what you'd pay for a gym anyway.
Mhm.
I don't have to be around people. That's even better.
Yeah, that's the best part, and the people that you
Yeah.
are around don't even technically know you're there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, good for you, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, I think so. Um, so yeah, that's probably the only thing I'm gonna majorly do with Black Friday shopping. I mean, I am doing some stuff like I normally like my skincare stuff that, they're having sales on. I'm buying that stuff now because it's like 25 or 30% off. I'm not stupid. Yeah, so I'm stocking up on some of those things, but I'm not like going crazy. Or I think a lot of me and my family aren't going to do a lot of gifts this year. You know,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
do simple stuff for, like, nieces and nephews, like, some
yeah,
cash.
right.
They're, like, teenage most of them are teenage age, so,
Yeah.
like, they like money, and it's simple, you know?
hmm Yeah. Yeah, kids are one thing, but like adults, like my stepdad was like, I don't want anything. If you want to spend money, he's like, put it in a charity, send it to something. Um, Last year I got him, and actually what's funny is that my sister did the same thing and we had no idea that we did this, but we both sent our dad and our stepdad Omaha steak package. So they got two. It was so weird. And the way I found out is because my dad, I was following it. I'm like, Dad, you got to go and look outside because it'll be out your door. And I talked to him in the morning. I'm like, hey, your delivery is going to be there today. You have to be there between 1 and 2. It's going to show up. I said, just know to look for it. I'll let you know, but you're going to have to put it in the refrigerator. And he's like, it already came. I'm like, what? And he goes, the steaks. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, it told me it hadn't gotten to you yet. And he's like, no, it was good here earlier this morning. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. And then I get a message like hours later that it was just delivered with a picture. And I was like, what is going on? And I'm like, do they send you two? And then sure enough, I'm like, Dad, read the paperwork. And one was from my sister. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. We
Oh my
both did
god,
it. We had no idea.
that's insane that
It's we
you guys
delivered on the
didn't
same
know.
day. On the same day, it got delivered. Right?
Crazy.
I know. Same identical thing for both of them. But they got meat for the whole like 6 months. So
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say they've got steak coming out their ears.
yes. Yes. It's so
I like
weird.
that place though.
Me and her have done that before. We have done that with each other. We have bought each other the same gift for Christmas. It's very weird.
Yeah, I mean, I like that place and it's simple, and I could
Mhm.
probably do that for, like, my dad, Jared's dad.
Yeah.
It's a boy thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Steak.
Yes, absolutely. Because 'Cause they're good, and from what they say, that's really good. It's good
Mhm.
quality. It's frozen perfectly, so it's not, a lot of frozen meat isn't that
No, it's
great, I guess.
really good if you've never had it.
Yeah. They do chicken and stuff too, I think, and seafood.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good gift to give somebody, especially, who you don't know what to get for, especially guys, because like, the meat and grilling and all that.
Yeah. That's like me every holiday. I'm like, I don't know what to do ever. Because I'm not a
Yeah.
big gifty person, so I'm like, I don't know. Not
Yeah.
sure.
I used to be a lot more, but I then just started getting like overwhelmed by it all, and especially having to ship stuff. Like, I like to wrap things. I like to do that. I like the presentation. I like doing that. That's fun for me. But it's silly to have stuff sent to me to wrap to ship back out again to
Right.
whomever. I would be spending a couple $100 every year in just shipping Christmas gifts. That's stupid, you
Right.
know?
When you can
But
just send it straight to them.
yeah. Yeah. It's just different when you're not near each other, you know?
Yeah.
Exchanging and seeing the gift and opening it, like, it's just not the same. So, oh well. Nothing's the same when you're not a kid anymore.
Yeah. So
I
I have
think.
this funny, I think I shared with you, like, little shift in subject, but um still thankful nonetheless for this moment in my life. Um I shared with you being stuck in Phoenix with a dead battery in my car.
Yes, tell that.
Okay.
Tell that. Oh my god.
Somehow it all revolves around my car, our car again. But
Always. Yeah.
no, but it's interesting the demographic of who it was that helped me in
Yeah.
this situation.
Start from the top.
Mm. So the top is this isn't the first time that this has happened in my car. I had driven my car all the way to Flagstaff and I was coming home and I was going straight to another meeting. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I have to go to the bathroom so bad and I'm so thirsty. I just need to get a drink. And I was not in the best part of town. And I know that. Like I very much knew where I was.
Yeah.
But I saw like a Burger King and I was like, maybe not the bathroom, but I'll get a drink.
Yeah.
And after driving for 3 hours, I wanted to just get out of my car and like stretch my legs. Well, the ADD inside me and everything else was like, you need to send this email and you need to do this. So I stopped in a parking spot. And before I got out of my car, I have Wi-Fi internet in my car. So I pulled my computer out and I sat there and I was getting some of this work done, what I thought was quickly. And all of a sudden my car makes this noise and I look up at the dash and the battery symbol comes up and it's like, must drive to charge battery, whatever. It's like some weird thing that pops up and it's like basically telling me my car's gonna die. Then the car shuts off.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? And my key's still in the ignition. I don't even think my car was in park. Like, I don't even think the car was in park at this point because I had just like stopped and pulled my computer out and was working.
Yeah.
So I was like idling. And I see this guy in this older, like black Acura, like rifling through his trunk for something.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking he looks harmless enough. In this area, that's like says
Sure.
something.
Yeah, you gotta take what you can get at this point.
Well, and there were so many people in and out of the parking lot in this spot and then there's a lot of homeless people that are like at street benches and things like that, bus stops. So I was like, I am gonna go say something. So I open my car door and I leave my car door open enough where I can get back to my door because I have a gun that sits in my car with me.
Sure.
So I'm close enough to where I can get back to my car. And I say, I'm like, excuse me, can I bother you for some help? I need my car jumped, my battery died. And he turns around right away and he was like, no, of course. Do you have cables? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. I should in the back. And I'm thinking, like, oh my gosh, I should know these things. Like, I drive this car, but then I really don't drive this car all the time. Like, I have the other car that I drive around town. And so I'm thinking, like, oh, I should know this. I don't want to be stuck in a situation where I'm like opening the back of my car and with him next. Like, just I'm thinking
Yeah.
every worst possibility with this guy. Well, as he's talking to me at the trunk of his car, around the front of the car comes this, like, pops out this homeless woman
Mhm.
who is like, you are in the right place at the right time. The Lord is looking out for you. He is just the nicest man in the world. And I was like, I am thank you. Like, I really was meant to be here today with you guys, thinking, what in the world am I supposed to say to this?
Aw.
And come to find out, like, I work in, I shared it before, I work in dentistry, right? So I'm not shocked, but shocked when like neither one of them really have teeth.
Yeah.
And so my mind automatically goes to like, I can help you with this.
Yeah. Helping me. How do I approach helping you?
And I'm like, you know, kind of dying inside because she's like being so genuine that like my
Yeah.
car died right here with this man.
Mhm.
And he was there with her. She's a homeless woman. He's not. She's a homeless woman. He was there with her. And the reason they knew each other was because he often helps her fix her scooter. She like rides on an electric scooter
Oh
that
my god.
honestly was an electric scooter that probably belongs like to the city. Like it's one of those like uh
Yes.
bird scooters or something.
Yeah.
The black ones.
Right.
And he was like, "Yeah, I you know, saw her and I came over here to put a new spark plug or something in this scooter." And she was like, "He is the nicest man. He is always around here to help me when I need help." And I
Wow.
was like, "Bless your heart, sir. Like, I thank you so much." And he was like, "Is this your car right here?" And I was like, "It is." And he's like, "Do you know how to open this?" And I was like, "I do." You know?
That I know.
But he really was the kindest person,
Aw.
and I could have run into that day. So I am super thankful for that encounter.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, Lisa knows this about me, that I like I would give the shirt off my back for someone if I could.
Mhm.
And I would, you know, I would help her if I could. Like if there were
Right.
some way that I could help get her off the street if that's what she was looking for,
Yeah.
I would do it. But I felt so thankful, but then, like, there was a part of me that was, like, scared to be in that
Sure.
area
Oh yeah.
alone and with a dead car,
Yeah.
that like, everything in my mind was like, "Am I safe? But I wanna help these people because they need help, but I need help too." You
Yeah.
know? It
Oh
was just
yeah.
the weirdest, encounter, but it got me thinking, like, how thankful we get to be for, like, everything that we have.
Mhm.
And I don't think we recognize it quite enough that, yeah, like, I got to get in a car and drive away after he jumped me, and she got to get her scooter. I mean, she was so happy, but
Right.
he fixed her scooter for her to go, and I'm pretty sure she probably lived on the street somewhere, and it was, like, a little bit heartbreaking, again, to think that I was, like, so afraid to be in that area, but, like, she lived there in the street, in that
Yep.
area. And I was afraid to go into the Burger King.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I
But
know.
yeah, that did just happen, like, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, I
It's
get a
crazy.
text message, guys. I get a text message that says, "Your best friend almost died today." Downtown Phoenix. I'm like, "Oh no." I called her immediately. It was crazy. Yeah, no, it worked out good for you that way. I
Well,
mean,
and then
I have gotten somebody there to you, or I would have come as soon as I could, but still, like, it's just funny that they were just right there, you know?
well, it would have been, like, I wish I could explain this corner. When I got to my office, I a few things, like, I was afraid when I park at this office I go to, I don't like parking my car there, and
Mhm.
that's how bad this area of town is.
Right.
And when I got to my office and I went in and I was telling my client, I was like, "Ugh," I was just stuck, like, up the street, and they were asking, like, "Why? What happened? Or where were you?" And when I told them where, like, the immediate response was laughing. "Why did you stop there?" And I
Oh.
was like, "I had to go to the bathroom so bad," which I still have not done,
Mhm.
and I was so thirsty after driving for 3 hours just to get back into the valley.
Yeah.
And it was just, like, hysterics, like, You should know better than that. Don't stop there. We're on a bad corner also, and you still chose to stop there." Like,
Oh,
like I said, I knew better, but it was like I
yeah,
knew better, the ADD took over, I had to stop, I stopped and I was doing something that I probably shouldn't have been doing, like sending the email. I
yeah,
I don't know why my car did that. We took it in even to get looked at after that, and they're like, "Oh, no, everything's fine. Next time it happens," they said, "take a picture." That's the same look I had on my face. "Take a picture?" I was like, "Take a picture of what? Like, the
it's your
dash telling
light.
me my car's gonna die?
Right, the lights that
Idiots."
into the car, you don't know what those look like? Like, what are you supposed to take a picture of?
Yeah, well, and that's exactly what I told Jared. I said, "The little battery and the message that comes up, it's in the like, Audi owner's manual, like, go
Yes.
fucking find it yourself."
Yeah, the car didn't come up with its own little link and saying on its own. It's
It's
not
no
like
mystery. Yeah,
yeah.
so when they gave me my car back, I was like, I and this is the 2nd or 3rd time we've taken it to this specific location, and I'm not thrilled. Like, I'm not thrilled with the service I'm getting there, so I'll drive to a different location for better service now.
Oh, yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm just over it. I told you last time I dropped my car off just to get, like, literally just to get service. They didn't even call me, and I didn't have a car for 3 days. Like, had I not owned another car, like, not Jared's car, but my car here at the house to drive around, what would they have told a customer that just didn't have a vehicle to drive?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're stupid.
No,
And
that's ins
I even walked in and I told the girl, I was like, "So, why no phone call?" "I am so sorry." "No, sorry is not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to understand your customer service skills."
yeah.
Like,
Right.
this
That's your
isn't like
boss.
a
That's
Yeah.
supposed to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I was irritated, and she knew that. And Jared was like, "Were you nice?" I said, "I wasn't supposed to be." Like, I'm a customer.
Right.
Yeah, but so I'm not gonna go back to that one.
Mm-mm.
And I
No,
don't buy my cars there, but it just happens to be closer. So we buy the cars from a different location, but we take our cars there for service.
yeah.
I'm not gonna do that anymore.
No, I drive mine clear across town. I still take mine to Tempe because I tried once to taking it closer to a closer Toyota, and just not the same. It's just not the same. So I drive all the way because I call the service guy. I've been using the same guy for years. Hey, I need to come in for this. Okay, what day? This, and he knows now that every time I come, even if it's just for a quick thing or the windshield or whatever, he has a car ready for me to go. I literally drop it off, sign their paperwork for the loaner
Loaner.
vehicle, and it's already out front waiting for me, and I'm out. And if I bring it back the same day, it's like it never happened. Like that, you know. And if they finish in a couple hours, but I can't get back there in a few hours, I can keep the car for a day. It's just service matters. You know, not just what they do to your car, but that's so inconvenient
Yeah,
already.
I don't want an excuse. That's really what got under my skin is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, like, they didn't call you?" "No, you didn't call me. Like, you're my service person. Like,
Sure.
you didn't call me
Hmm.
and tell me that my car wasn't gonna be ready when we called you this morning and said, 'Will I get my car back today?' And you said, 'Oh, yeah, we close at 6 today.' Had I not had my car back today, I wasn't actually gonna drop it off to you because I had another appointment with them on Friday."
Hmm.
So I had 2 appointments in 1 week for 2 separate things. So then I
Sure.
said, "Just keep my car." She's like, "Oh, no, 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 we're gonna have it done." Okay. So then no call on that day, no call the next day till we called them. Then she says, "It's not gonna be ready for pickup." So this is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no car. "It's not gonna be ready for pickup until Monday." Then we didn't get the car till Tuesday. Then I had another appointment with them on Friday for actual, like, service, like oil change, tire rotation, things like that. Like, don't don't give me weird excuses about why you couldn't get something done, and then when I came in on Friday and went after them and was like, "So is my car gonna be done on time today?" And she was like, "Oh, yeah. No, but that's what you said last time, and it wasn't."
Really? Yeah. Yeah. So I would just be like, do me a favor. I'm expecting it to be done by 3. If you haven't started it by 12, can you just let me know? So I'll just come pick it up and
Yeah,
I'll bring
just call
it
me.
yeah, when you'll honor the actual time of my appointment because what's the point? I'm going without a vehicle or just the hassle. Oh yeah, that
No, I
sucks.
know. I know.
Oh, that really sucks. And
Yeah,
it no, the worst part, I mean, it's all bad, but the worst part is the take a picture. Like the car made up its own thing, like something they've never seen before. The car's just putting some random like light in itself, and
made
it's
its own symbol and all.
yes,
New shit.
right.
New shit every day.
What they should have said is, "Bring it in. We're going to keep it until we figure out what's wrong. We will figure this out, and we will let you know. In the meantime, here's another car."
Yeah,
That's it.
I just am over the whole, like, you know well, I'll just be selfish about it, like, as if my time isn't valuable.
I
Stop
mean,
what you're doing and just take a picture of what you just saw. Well, my car died, so I couldn't take a picture of what I just saw.
right?
It's not the first time I've seen it. We've told you this.
Hmm.
And now you guys can't figure it out. Like, that's not on me.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not on me. Yeah,
right. It's in their name. Their job is service. Like that's what it should be. That's what it should be.
I agree.
And it sounds like it's anything but.
Yeah, I agree.
That's insane.
I know.
Jeez.
People are crazy.
Yeah.
I have a whole life full of crazy people, I feel like, this last few days.
Oh yeah. Always. Me too.
I had to deal with crazy freaking parents today.
Oh yeah. You
I
were at a,
and I had to sit quietly in my chair because I knew crazy Danielle was gonna come out if I didn't just close my lips and just sit.
what happened?
Well, I okay, so let's start at the top with this. My my youngest plays a recreational soccer league.
Mhm.
Lots of fun. She loves it. We love watching her play. Well, they have the opportunity to play in these tournaments. When they play in the tournaments, and they are undefeated this year, haven't lost a game yet. When they play in these tournaments, they play against comp teams.
Mhm.
She's also 11. She plays on a 13-14 team. The comp team are 15-year-olds. Okay.
Mm.
So these girls are like, they look like me on the field.
Yeah.
And there's mostly 11-year-olds, then some 12-year-olds, then some sprinkled in 13, 14-year-olds on her team. So they're a much younger team than these comp teams that we played Friday, Saturday, and today. So they lost the first game Friday. They won their game yesterday. So they played this morning. And this morning is when the drama happens. And the interesting part is the parent that it all happened around, or this group of parents it all happened around. I happen to be telling Jared, like, and I even made a comment. I said, "Oh, assistant coaches are here today." Like, because they're so loud
Yeah.
and it's a little obnoxious. And it's like, again, we're in a recreational kids soccer league. Like,
Great.
support your child, fine. But like, this is not, and I believe in community parenting and all these other things. But like, this isn't the time to like shout at other kids and like, coach is talking to you, get over there. Like, and they're not your kid. Like,
Right.
we're not gonna teeter on that.
Mhm.
And so anyway, halfway through, well, and let me say something else. I've always been a coach since I was 15 of competitive athletes.
Mhm.
So what we do is very, very different. And um we don't give away like participation awards and like all this bullshit.
Yeah.
We teach the kids like what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. If you didn't win, you didn't win, suck it up. Like, Not in a nice way, but, like, if if you didn't do good, you didn't do good. Like,
Mm.
that's the reality.
Right.
And if, I'll get to why I'm saying that. So, what happens today is there's 2 players, one from our team and one from their team that collide. Our player gets hurt. Well, in soccer, they take a knee, right? You see it a lot. They take a knee. Well, the other coach decides to call his players off the field. Well, our coach is dealing with the injured player. One of our parents decides to scream, "You're so disrespectful," to the other coach. And I'm thinking, well, he's allowed to do what he just did. If our team is tied up doing something and our coach is on the field with this player, he absolutely is allowed to go talk to his kids. He can
Right.
call his kids over and talk to his kids if he needs to coach them through something or talk to them about something. I get how it looks because we've taught our kids that it's like if someone gets hurt, take a knee and like take a knee, like we're, you know, be better. Fine. But he had the right to do what he did with his kids. When girls get injured at meets with me in gymnastics on other teams in an event that I'm on, I absolutely pull my kids aside and I talk to them when the other coaches are dealing with what they're dealing with. We don't sit there and like gawk over like, "Oh, I hope they're okay." Like, "Oh, like."
Like the
And
situation
and
is very, and yeah.
right, like what does that do for
Right.
anyone?
Right.
So, he gets yelled at by the official. The official for the whole game comes over and says, "You can't behave that way." And he's like, "It's just disrespectful." Then the wife gets involved. And then he's like, "I'll just take our whole team. We'll take our whole team off the field." And I'm thinking, what is this?
Yeah. That's
Then after the game, it continues. Then he walks out on the field thinking like, like, "Oh, I'm so like I'm macho." This is a recreational soccer game.
yeah, for children.
So
Mhm.
then our little one, as we're walking out, says, "I just can't believe how disrespectful that other team was." No, no, no. That other team was not disrespectful. They had the right to do what they did.
Mhm.
Don't let what you heard these big people tell you behind you
Yeah.
that it was disrespectful lead you into that belief. It
Right.
was not disrespectful. I get that your player got hurt. We all felt that she was hurt and we don't want her to be hurt. And I'm sure the other team was feeling the same way, that they didn't want her to be hurt. But
Mhm.
what were they going to do for her? He had the right to talk to his players.
Yes.
And she's like, "Well, I mean, not disrespectful, but like, why wouldn't they like take a knee?" Reagan, what does taking a knee do?
Right.
It was, to me, it was like, don't teach your kids to think that that's the only way that this stuff works, because now they think that things like that are disrespectful. And that's what's wrong with this fucking world to me.
I agree.
And now they get to go out and be like, "Oh, you're so disrespectful because you did that to me." No, he had the right to do that.
Right.
If he didn't have that right, I would have thought the same thing. Like,
Mhm.
you know, it, but it is what it is. Like, but I don't want my kid walking around thinking that that team did something wrong to her, or that coach
Right.
did something wrong, or
Yes.
because what if she plays on a team like that? Like, what if she decides to play comp soccer and she plays on a team like that, and then she's like, "Oh shit, I just did that same thing to someone."
Right.
Yeah, but this craziness out of this parent today, I was like, "Oh my gosh, just shut up before you get this whole team in trouble and these kids in trouble for no reason."
Right. To make them think now that everything has to be one way or it's wrong.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I get it.
translate
Have an
to all
opinion.
kinds. Yeah, it's gonna translate into all kinds of other areas of their life.
Yeah, and I get it. Have an opinion, and I think everyone's entitled everyone's entitled to an opinion, but go about it the right way. Like, share it with the league. If you're upset, share it with the league. Like, email the league or reach out to them directly. if you
Sure.
don't like how that went down. But don't get crazy like that in front of your kids, your own kid even, and then
Mhm.
other people's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because not
because
just what they were saying, how they were acting, your kids are gonna act that way now.
well,
Absolutely.
and yeah. But then other craziness comes out. Kids start acting up, and then our kid was like, "That was so what was disrespectful about it to you? Like, what
Oh, and
made
they
you felt
knew,
disrespected?"
right, they didn't what they were talking about, like, how it was really disrespectful, like, what does that word mean? Did they
That
continue playing around the hurt person? Do they continue
no.
playing like no, that would be disrespectful. That would be
Yeah.
disrespectful. Is "Oh, we are hurt and there are medics with them, let's still play around them." That would be wrong. I can't think
Yeah.
of anything else that would be wrong.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my gosh, no, I'm not even gonna argue through this with you." Like, and maybe my opinion is not wonderful, but I've been a coach in sports for long enough to know that if I were to be talking to my kids, I'm not doing it out of disrespect for the injured person or the
Mhm.
other team. I'm doing it because I have an opportunity to take some extra time to talk with my athletes, not out of disrespect for anyone else.
There was probably a teachable moment there. Something probably happened and they saw it happen and they probably wanted to talk it through and be like, this is why this happened. This is why you need to do this, or this is why you should do that. That is the end result. There was obviously a teaching moment there.
Yeah,
Take that,
that
yeah, take that moment, you know?
yeah, that was actually said like beautifully. That's probably exactly what they saw.
Mhm.
But the in the heat of the moment, that parent like I literally was like, if you could have seen the look. I mean, the the heat of the moment for me was like, if you could have seen the look on my face when I looked over at him, like, I can't even believe you're doing this right now. I was like secondhand embarrassed. And I was sitting far enough away that like I, I wasn't anywhere near him, but sitting far enough away, but like embarrassed for his behavior and anyone sitting near him. But then I text you right away, like, this is fucking nuts.
Mhm.
Who does this
Yeah.
at a kid's soccer game? But yeah, insaneness.
Yeah. Not surprised.
I know.
It's everywhere.
All right. Well, I do have some fun stuff if you want to do that.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So we had some fun would you rathers. So we haven't done those in a long time. And so I have just a few.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Okay.
just a few before we wrap
Just
up.
a few. Yeah, just a few.
Okay.
Okay. This one's
Mhm.
funny. Would you rather clog the toilet on a first date or the first day at a new job? Who
The first day at a new job. Because I'm assuming unless there's only two of you working there, they won't there's a chance to not be like that was just me. If it's just you and this person at their house or wherever on their first date, which okay, we don't need to talk about that, but there's no denying it was you. But yeah, definitely the office.
Okay, so I'm going to go office also, but I have to tell you that I have a really good friend
Hmm.
that she will not take a shit in the house when her husband's in there.
Like in the bathroom or in the house.
We're in the house.
Like what's going on with her that she thinks that he's going to hear it from the garage.
I don't know if it's like an all inclusive, like all things matter, like hear, smell, everything. But I'm like, what the wet I know. When the day comes, so for me, right? So for me,
Hmm.
definitely the job, right?
Yeah,
Take a shit wherever you need to. Like
sure.
everybody poops, everybody pees.
Yeah,
But I also feel like get it over with in the beginning of a relationship because,
it's coming.
well, every day, I hope.
Yeah.
No, but
Hopefully, lucky.
no, but in reality, like for us, we got married, then we had kids like right away. There's a whole lot of stuff flying out of all sorts of places that, you know, he had to help with. And then I've had surgeries and all sorts of things that he had to assist with. So how do you avoid I don't know.
It'll happen eventually. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't like if you had a bathroom where the like here, our bathroom, our toilets are in a separate. A lot of houses are in a separate like closet, so the rest of the bathrooms someone can be in brushing their teeth or getting ready, but you're like shut behind this like little closet where just the toilet is. Right? That's different. I do that. I would do that. But if it wasn't, I wouldn't do it in front of him. That's where I thought you were going. Like she won't do it like in the same bathroom with him. Like if he's getting ready and the toilet's right there, like she won't. I get that. I wouldn't do that. No, a lot of people do, but I mean, I would pee, but I know, yeah, and some people do, and it's like okay, whatever. But I don't think that I could. But you've also, like you just said, having kids and all it just changed. I haven't done that, so I haven't been there, with him for us to be comfortable like that. But like it makes complete sense for
Yeah.
you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but I'm gonna still go with work too. There's too many
Sure.
people you can blame it on there. So for sure, The Office.
Unless you wanted out of that first date. If you wanted a way to get out, do it there.
That's a good one. Okay, here's the second one.
Okay.
Would you rather accidentally send a naughty picture to your brother or your boss?
My brother.
Oh, certainly my boss.
Really? No, my brother for sure. Because the boss thing, like, family, yeah, that would suck, but at least they're your family. You don't have to at work every day seeing this person. No, definitely brother. That's my
I just
angle.
think that there's a way to play off boss. Like, ha ha ha, love you.
Right? Like that's a thing. Like but what if that goes wrong? Like it could just be this joke, like, oh, but they think you're serious and now you have to go along with it. And you don't want that attention from them. That's where I go with it. Like, oh, that would suck.
Well, I don't yeah, but I would not send anything. I would not accidentally want to send anything like that to my brother. That's like okay, so this question is almost like um accidentally hitting a reply all to an
Oh,
email and sending something like super fucked up in the reply.
oh yes.
Yep. I haven't done it yet, but I'm waiting because
It's only a matter
I
of
get
time.
too like into things like and then I think I did it. Like I think I'm like, "Oh my gosh, did I do reply or did I hit reply all because I didn't mean to send
No.
I didn't want that to go to everyone."
I know. I feel like I've done it. I don't remember it, but I must have because I am always triple checking where I'm at and what
Me
I'm
too.
doing because I think it's happened along the line somewhere.
So I guess it's probably happened like reply all or reply, but
Yeah.
I try to be really careful with that because I hate when I'm on like group email shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, our group texts. And then you want to go off to the side and say
There's
something
one
like I did. We like it's happened recently. And I
there's
was like,
one
oh,
group text there's one group text where I am actually frightened every day that I'm
mhm,
not just texting a specific person,
absolutely.
and I actually go in and out, in and out, in and out in this text before I hit send because I'm actually afraid that I'm not sending to just one and I'm not even gonna say anything, but it's like, I'm afraid I'm not just sending what I want to send. Then I the text I want to send gets very PC because I'm like, if I accidentally send it in the wrong one, I don't want it to sound so bad that it's like so mean and like
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah. You know how you get away from that? Because I was worried about that too.
No, how?
You delete the group. You delete it
But then how does it come back
every
when
time you message
someone
it comes back. So after you read it, delete it, delete it, delete it, and then you can't accidentally write in there. You can't write until you restart it and it'll just default it again. But it will, or until they message you first, and then it's all there. Then you can respond. But yeah, I just delete it.
So is everything from the original start of that back in there if someone from there responds in it?
No.
So, like,
It
let's say there's a group of, like, 3 or 4 people, and, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I don't wanna accidentally I only wanna text, like, 1 of these people, and I
Mhm.
don't wanna say in this group what I want to say
Sure.
accidentally to everyone." If
Yeah.
I delete the group, will and I want to text the group back eventually, will
Mhm.
everything pop up in that group text? Or if they still have the group text, is everything still there for them, but I don't see the
It's
original
still
stuff?
there for them. You don't see the original stuff. You just see what's new every time. But you remember what's in there. So unless there's something important in there, like work stuff or something you have to know, just delete it. Just delete it. And then the only pain in the ass about it is if you need to respond first or say something in that group chat first, then you need to go back, create it again, and it'll be all the same people, but it's going to show up in theirs normal, but it'll be like brand new for you every time.
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
mhm. Then you won't have to worry about hitting the wrong thing.
Yeah, dude, every every day of my life right now, that's how I feel with
Yeah, I
a
understand.
group text.
No, sure. Yeah, I got lots of those between work and
Fear.
then individual people with work and a lot of them. There's the family group text, and then I'll message my sister with something, and then there's the family. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of examples of this. I get it. Okay, what's your next? What you got?
Okay. I have a few here.
Okay.
Okay. This is another one that like a boy probably sent. Would you rather have unbelievable sex that lasts 10 minutes or average sex that lasts hours?
10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't want to be all tore up. Like that's
Yeah. No.
I'm going to
Yeah,
say 10 minutes too.
absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
what
Average for 3 hours is still just average, however long it's going for, right? If it's
well,
staying,
okay, so that's what I was going to say. So not 3 hours, just hours. Just
yeah.
hours. But what what's this obsession too sometimes with guys where they're like I can go forever.
I
No,
don't know.
but no, that doesn't though. Like
Mm.
no, and at a certain point I'm going to be like done, done.
Yeah.
It's broken.
Yeah.
You broke it.
You broke it. It's done. It's done. But no, the thing that pops out to me is average. Amazing and then average. If it's amazing, it doesn't matter how long it's going for, right? It's amazing.
Yeah, but
Amazing.
that's what I mean is like average
Amazing.
to me doesn't
Amazing.
even
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing is better than average any day, no matter how long, right? We're not talking about the time. We're really talking about quality over quantity.
that's what I mean. Average to me sounds like you're just going to be like
Yeah, if it's gonna be average, that's the one I want to be 10 minutes. You know, if it's gonna be amazing, that's the one that needs to be for hours.
yeah.
Got
Yeah,
to be amazing whole hours, like not just a few minutes of it.
let me know where we go from here.
Yeah.
That's all I got of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you had a few.
That was I just had a few, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
good.
just had a few. Had to throw
Hmm.
them in there. We haven't done any in a while.
I know we really need to do that again because people love those. I get people ask me about those all the time.
It's so funny.
I know we got to come up with have some more people reach out and compile a list
I
for
can
us.
always tell the men questions from the
Absolutely.
women questions.
Hmm.
Like women are much more like, a woman was probably like the the shit question. The
Yeah,
man is certainly the sex question.
absolutely.
Like I can always tell who asks what kind of question just by what it's about, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and how it's worded because like
Yeah.
that one obviously had been a guy, but worded,
Mhm.
worded. I mean, see how we broke it down immediately. We broke it down immediately. Like we take it next level. So they didn't think through their own question long enough.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Hmm.
Um Well, we have some fun episodes coming up. Lisa and I are going to be doing a recap episode with the Blue to Green podcast with AJ Jacobs. So that's obviously not here on the Life Agency, but that will be coming soon with him. So we'll be sure to update everyone as soon as we record that with him and he posts that and it goes live. We're also going to be doing some episodes with some of our past guests. We're going to be doing some updates on how things are with our co-parenting guest and her life updates and where she is right now. It's been just about a year, I want to say, since we spoke with her last. So we'll see where she is. I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we're also taking a little trip in a few weeks. We're going to be going up to northern Arizona. You know, it's a little group of us, but maybe we can do a little something while we're there too.
Yeah, there's a whole couple.
Yeah, there's a number of us, but I don't know who's going to be willing to be involved, but we should definitely do it from there, at least video from there, because we'll have some pretty scenery and fun stuff to do.
There's a whole couple that we've never had on with us that'll be with us though. So, and
hopefully they'll jump on. We'll see. Work on them. We're going to try.
Yeah, I think that would be fun if they got on with us for sure.
I think it'd be amazing to do a live, obviously. I guess we could do a YouTube live or a Instagram live, but I mean like just a turn this on during our whole conversation thing, you know?
Yeah.
Just to hear all, just like have it going in the middle, just to hear all the nonsense that we accrue when we're together.
It'll be big for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, everyone. Well, we hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving week and weekend. Feels good to be moving into the holidays right now. We will be back. Yeah. We'll be back soon. Like I said, to update everyone with those episodes coming shortly and with our interviews that'll be popping up here with our previous guests and some new ones. But we look forward to seeing everyone again here in the next week. Hope everyone stays happy and healthy, and we will talk soon.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, Life Agency fans, this is Danielle. And there it was, another fun episode of Would You Rather, taking us into the holiday weekend. If you'd like to stay connected with us, please reach out to us via email at hello@lifeagency.wtf. You can also reach us on our Instagram page at lifeagency.wtf. And if you'd like to join our fan club, follow us online with our website, lifeagencywtf.com. We'll talk to you soon.